Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on 10 games in Fanatical's Platinum Collection of August 2025. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle and support the channel in the process. Before we begin, I'd like to thank you, the viewers, for watching my silly videos. I hope they're helpful, and most importantly, knowing that you're watching it means the world. Anyway, let's get into this. At number 1 we have Fallout 76, Bethesda's attempt at turning the iconic Fallout series into an online multiplayer experience. Set in post-nuclear Appalachia, you emerge from Vault 76 into the franchise's largest open world to date. The map is divided into diverse regions, each with unique enemies, environments, and loot to discover. Exploration is the strongest part of the game, with plenty of landmarks, quests, and random encounters that reward curiosity. As an online RPG, Fallout 76 emphasizes player choice. You can play solo, team up with friends, or cross paths with strangers who may help or hinder your progress. The special system returns, shaping your build and approach to combat, while the camp feature lets you design bases that act as both survival hubs and social spaces. Seasonal events, new factions, and Fallout worlds continue to expand the content, keeping the experience evolving. However, Fallout 76 also has a reputation for instability. Bugs, server disconnects, and performance drops still appear, even years after launch. Monetization through Fallout First and the Atom Shop is controversial, as some players feel the best features are locked behind subscriptions. While updates have improved storytelling and mechanics, the game can still feel uneven depending on your expectations. Fallout 76 offers a unique spin on Fallout that blends survival, crafting, and multiplayer interaction. If you enjoy exploration and building your own stories with others, it can be rewarding. But if you expect a polished single-player Fallout, you may find it lacking. At number 2 we have Born of Bread, a party-based 2.5D RPG where you step into the flowery shoes of Loaf, a golem accidentally created by a baker following a magical recipe, and set out to save the kingdom by recovering the Sunstones before the Ember Empire does. If you aren't usually into turn-based RPGs, this one feels approachable. Battles are quick, rarely overwhelming, and every ability comes with its own minigame that keeps you engaged. The strategy is not overly complex. Hit your timing prompts, match skills to weaknesses, and you'll stay on top of most encounters without constantly healing. For RPG veterans, the simplicity might feel light, but for newcomers, it hits a sweet spot. Outside combat, you'll spend a lot of time exploring. Using your party's overworld abilities to uncover treasure, collectibles, and secrets makes the game feel almost Metroidvania-like. Revisiting earlier areas with new characters to unlock paths adds satisfying progression. Side quests are plentiful, lighthearted, and often reward you with useful bonuses or strong meals, keeping them worth doing. The biggest drawback is that tutorials aren't always clear. Features like Loaf's streaming mechanic or boons sometimes lack explanation, which can leave you confused until you experiment. A simple in-game help section would smooth this out. Born of Bread delivers a humorous, charming adventure filled with silly dialogue, fun exploration, and a lovable cast. If you want a cozy, lighthearted RPG, this one rises beautifully. Get it? Get it? Because bread rises when you bake them? Alright, I'm out. At number 3 we have Grow, Song of the Evertree, a vibrant adventure game that blends alchemy, town building, and exploration. You play as the last alchemist, tasked with restoring the Evertree and pushing back the Withering, a creeping corruption overtaking the world. Your journey involves growing lush new worlds, reviving towns, and uncovering the fragments of a mysterious song. The gameplay is an ambitious mix of mechanics, from collecting resources and creating towns, to decorating and completing quests for quirky NPCs. Tending to the Evertree's branches and watching barren lands transform into colorful wilds is deeply satisfying, and using alchemical creations to breathe new life into the world is a rewarding experience. However, some systems, like decorating towns, feel underdeveloped. The limited item variety and clunky mechanics make this aspect less engaging than it could be. You'll also spend time exploring dungeons, catching bugs, and fishing, though these features are somewhat shallow. Bug catching and fishing, for example, lack meaningful rewards beyond simple collection. On the other hand, exploration is a highlight, with beautiful environments and clever dungeons that keep you immersed for hours. What stands out most about Grow is its charm. The humorous dialogue, whimsical world, and rewarding achievement system elevates the experience. Even with its flaws, the game's vibrant art, relaxing sound design, and lighthearted tone make it a delightful escape. If you're seeking a colorful, adventure-driven game that mixes creativity and exploration, Grow, Song of the Evertree offers plenty of whimsical fun, even if it stumbles in a few areas. At number 4 we have Deadlink, a fusion of first-person shooter games with roguelike elements. You are the first ever recruit into the experimental Deadlink project for the corporate security agency. Not wanting to go through the courts that will cost them millions, the agency took it upon themselves to send you to thwart the schemes of the most powerful corporations in the world, with good old murder. Rather than controlling a human, you're nearly linked to empty combat shells. If your combat shell gets destroyed, the connection is lost and all that remains is the tokens or credits that you have collected. The game features brutal and hectic gameplay that makes it hard to put down. The more you progress, the bigger your weapons become and the more rewarding the game will be. Of course, this is at the cost of your enemies becoming increasingly more powerful and more aggressive. You have access to permanent and temporary upgrades, with permanent upgrades giving you a boost of strength, resilience, and speed, while temporary upgrades only being available while you're linked to the shell. The world is also procedurally generated, making each playthrough unique. You can also manipulate your surroundings, allowing you to jump to extreme heights, blow up explosives, and get an advantage. You can unlock classes that come with different strengths and weaknesses that will also change the way you play the game. Unique challenges become available to you as you play the game to improve your loot and make each playthrough worthwhile. Deadlink is tough, enjoyable, and addictive, and at the same time feels wonderfully casual. This game is great for those who are into heart-thumping, fast-paced action roguelike games. At number 5 we have Choo-Choo Charles, an original and enjoyable horror game developed and published by 2-Star Games. The protagonist finds themselves on an island plagued by an evil train named Charles, and their objective is to defeat him and restore peace. To draw Charles out of hiding, the player must locate 3 powerful eggs and use various weapons to destroy him. The game offers a mix of silliness and simplicity, providing a few hours of entertaining escapism. Players can explore the island on foot or use their own locomotive, which can be upgraded, customized, and armed with weapons. While Charles rarely attacks while on foot, encountering him means a frantic attempt to survive, or shoot at him from the safety of the train. Throughout the island, players encounter non-playable characters who provide optional quests, rewarding them with scrap metal to upgrade their train or unlock new weapons. Charles's followers, who are relentless in their pursuit, populate the mines where the eggs are located. Engaging them without the train can be frustrating, so leading them back to the train is essential for eliminating them. The game's final quests involve strategic planning, such as setting up explosives on a bridge to maximize damage in the climactic battle against Charles. While the game can be completed relatively quickly, engaging in optional side missions and collecting additional scrap metal strengthens the train and weapons, ensuring better chances of success. Choo-Choo Charles is a light-hearted horror experience that doesn't take itself too seriously. Despite some visual limitations and repetitive nighttime settings, the game's appeal lies in the fun of operating the train and utilizing acquired resources to defeat Charles. Its short length and streaming-friendly nature make it a must-play for fans of quirky, scary, and cult-style games like Deadly Premonition. At number 6 we have Novalands. Novalands offers a serene escape into the world of island management and automation. In this delightful title, you'll find yourself immersed in a tranquil gameplay loop that balances resource gathering, factory building, and exploration. As your custom character, you'll explore hexagonal islands rich with resources, from twig trees to berry bushes. The game's hands-off approach allows you to discover its mechanics organically, fostering curiosity and rewarding exploration. Despite initial intimidation for newcomers in the genre, Novalands proves to be accessible and engaging, with hours slipping away effortlessly as you optimize production lines and uncover new technologies. The game's rhythm is captivating as you gather resources with the extractor, construct factories, and utilize items to progress. The diverse use of resources create a satisfying synergy, enhancing the gameplay experience. Furthermore, exploring neighboring islands adds depth, with each biome offering unique challenges and rewards. Novaland's progression system, including skill points and research trees, provides meaningful upgrades that enhance your capabilities. The introduction of automation through bots elevates gameplay, allowing for efficient resource management and expansion across islands. Despite limitations with bot capacity and occasional inventory management bugs, Novalands remains a charming and relaxing experience. With its colorful pixel art and cozy sci-fi atmosphere, Novalands creates a welcoming environment for players seeking a low-stress gaming experience. While the soundtrack lacks variety, the game's sound effects captures the bustling outdoor factory ambience effectively. Novalands offers a delightful blend of factory building, exploration, and relaxation. Despite minor flaws, it provides hours of enjoyable content and is a must-play for fans of automation and exploration genres. At number 7 we have Dream Tactics, a captivating deck-building adventure. This game tells the story of Neru, a lazy hero who must save the realm of dreams from the nefarious Dream Eater. Despite its imperfections, Dream Tactics offers a unique and engaging experience that you'll want to add to your gaming library. Dream Tactics is not a roguelike, but don't let that deter you. As you explore various dream worlds, you'll collect a plethora of cards from hidden chests, allowing you to customize each character's deck and recruit new heroes. Your starting team includes Neru, Luna the Bunny Knight, and Sophie the Berserker. As you progress, you'll gather more characters like Ember the Fire Mage and Reggie the Thief, who is one of the few friendly pillows you'll encounter. The game's main activities involve exploring vast dream worlds, battling hordes of sentient pillows in turn-based combat, and defeating key bosses to collect dream fragments. The banter between characters and quirky nature of the pillow enemies add a humorous touch to the game. Pillows come in various classes, from witches and archers to healers and lightning casters, providing diverse combat challenges. Dream Tactics shines in its unique blend of turn-based tactics and deck building. Each character has a distinct deck of cards, and you can share cards between them, allowing for strategic gameplay adjustments. Additionally, the game's equipment system, though complex, adds another layer of depth to character customization. While the game encourages exploration with rewards like buttons, which is the currency, and new cards, it has a few drawbacks. Some battles can feel repetitive, and the game's difficulty may spike unexpectedly. Trap gauntlets, requiring you to navigate hazards, can also be frustrating due to their high risk of failure and lack of mid-gauntlet saves. Despite minor issues, Dream Tactics is a fun, ambitious, and humorous adventure. It offers a surprisingly challenging experience, with successful runs taking over 10 hours. Fans of tactical and deck-building genres will find much to enjoy in this delightful game. At number 8 we have Gravity Circuit, a stand-up platformer seamlessly blending elements from iconic titles like Mega Man into a fresh and exhilarating experience. Taking on the role of Kai, the titular Gravity Circuit, you embark on a journey through a series of levels, each offering distinct theming, gimmicks, and challenging bosses, reminiscent of Mega Man's influence. The game excels in level design, with each stage being concise, focused, and memorable. The variety in environments, such as navigating a fiery area reminiscent of Quickman's stage, or exploring disorienting computer-based levels, showcases the developer's keen understanding of compelling platform gameplay. The addition of civilian robots to rescue adds depth, challenging you to explore every nook and cranny. Gravity Circuit's controls are a highlight, offering spot-on responsiveness and a smooth, weighty feel. Kai's diverse moveset, including jumping, wall jumping, sliding, and a versatile grappling hook, adds layers to the gameplay. The grappling hook not only aids in traversal, but serves as a dynamic combat tool, allowing you to attack enemies from a distance and even throw them strategically. The combat system introduces equipable attacks and modifications to Kai's characteristics, providing flexibility and strategic depth. Boss battles shine as hyper-aggressive tests of skill, requiring mastery of Kai's abilities and careful observation of enemy patterns. The absence of attack weaknesses in bosses emphasizes the need for precision execution and adaptability. While the game's story borrows familiar elements from Mega Man lore, it falls short of capitalizing on its potential. The protagonist Kai lacks depth, and the intriguing questions raised by the narrative remains largely unexplored. Gravity Circuit is a highly recommended platformer that doesn't necessarily break new ground, but excels in refining and combining familiar concepts. Its brisk pace, satisfying gameplay, and memorable design make it one of the best platformers of the year. If you're a fan of classic platformers and enjoy tight controls, challenging levels, and engaging boss battles, Gravity Circuit is a must-play. At number 9 we have Withering Rooms, a 2.5D horror action game, blending elements from classics like Silent Hill and Dark Souls, offering a punishing yet rewarding retro experience. You play as Nightingale, a young girl trapped in a dream version of Moston Asylum, where the nightmare-filled halls are crawling with undead and sinister characters. As you navigate the ever-changing Victorian mansion, you'll uncover secrets, solve puzzles, and face off against grotesque monsters. The game emphasizes strategic combat, requiring patience as you balance Nightingale's abilities and gear against a relentless array of enemies. There's a rich variety of gear to discover, allowing you to customize your build with rings, armors, and weapons, each impacting your playstyle. Exploring the twisted world is both challenging and thrilling, as hidden items and notes enrich the lore without overwhelming you with excessive backstory. Withering Rooms also features a unique curse mechanic. As you battle, your curse meter fills, transforming the environment into a hellscape and unlocking hidden secrets. This tension adds another layer to the game's challenging atmosphere. Thankfully, you'll find checkpoints and a home base called Nowhere that lets you regroup and plan your next move. If you're into Souls-like games, the combat and exploration will feel familiar yet fresh. Boss fights are intense, but the game's thoughtful checkpoint system prevents them from becoming overly punishing. With a new Game Plus mode and tons of customization options, Withering Rooms delivers a hauntingly immersive experience to test your skills and nerves. And number 10 we have Desecrators, a retro-style 6 degrees of freedom first-person shooter that drops you into a chaotic sci-fi loot fest where every twist of your hovercraft could be your last. You pilot a nimble craft through procedurally generated space installations, dodging particle beams and homing missiles while looting powerful tech. Armed with over 25 weapons ranging from plasma throwers to gravity pool missiles, you'll feel the raw satisfaction of blasting enemies in zero-G dogfights. The campaign's roguelike structure keeps you on edge. Die with no lives and you lose everything. There is no meta progression, just pure skill and risk management. You'll face swarms of AI drones, deadly traps, and rival Desecrators who fight as dirty as you do. Even worse, there are rumors of terrifying anomalies lurking in the deepest levels. Massive bosses that demand your full arsenal and nerves of steel. Whether solo or in online co-op with friends, Desecrators delivers non-stop action. The level design embraces old-school exploration, full of secret rooms, enemy ambushes, and biome-themed surprises, from icy derelicts to submerged corridors with sluggish movement. Ammo and shield management requires smart crate usage, adding strategy to the mayhem. This is a game that respects your time. It throws you into the action fast, feels intuitive even for genre newcomers, and nails the kinetic freeform combat fans of Descent and Forsaken will love. There's no hand-holding, no fluff. Just fast, brutal, satisfying carnage with a slick retro aesthetic. If you're craving raw 6 degrees of freedom action, this is the one. And that's all for this bundle. This bundle really nailed that sweet spot this time. Instead of dumping a bunch of filler, you can lock in a few quality indies you've had on your wishlist without padding your library with duplicates. Even with the usual mixed chatter, looking at you Choo-Choo Charles, this bundle feels like a win. Solid value, clean lineup, gamer approved. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.